Psychopaths are individuals who lack conscience, they lack remorse, they lack guilt. That's one of the reasons why they terrorize society so much.
Someone in the family believes that maybe a relative is developing a psychosis. It's really important to try and get help.
Yellow! Delusions of grandeur. Without such feelings, we never would have heard of Napoleon Bonaparte, Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great. Conor McGregor never would have had two belts simultaneously, Muhammad Ali wouldn't have been renowned as the greatest, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones, Prince Nassim Hamed. Their inflated sense of self-belief was essential to their conquests, and without it, they would have never been crowned at such a high level. But Charlie Zelenoff.
It's incredible. God made me a cyborg. The best fighter of all time. I literally got in the ring and put an end to Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. At the pound for pound gym where I won the pound for pound title in Las Vegas, when I got in the ring, I made Mike Tyson look foolish.
The belief is there. In his mind, he thinks he's better than Ali. He creates terminology to describe his punching power.
Pandemic force.
Even creating belts for himself, christening his own greatness. The man is clearly a remorseless narcissist with a brain drenched in delusion. But there is one problem. He's actually not good at fighting. He baits victims in by framing the fight as light sparring, wailing on you the moment your gloves are on, is willing to cheap shot, will take breaks in between fights, especially when he's losing. Then find a way to reframe the altercation as if you won, DQing you, saying you're running, or pretending only one part where he landed a punch was all he needed to win the fight. Mark Twain. Never argue with people. They will drag you down to the level and beat you with experience. That's the case with Charlie Zelenoff. When you choose to fight him, you are essentially trying to convince him that he isn't a good fighter, that he isn't the best, that the way he feels is incorrect. You want to teach him a lesson and get him to stop so he does not continue doing this, but his perception of self never had anything grounding it to reality to begin with. He never cared about earning a victory. He isn't willing to rationally look at his weaknesses and see where he can grow and earn a genuine win. It never had anything to do with that. Never had anything to do with his actual aptitude. This is all about attaining a feeling of status, trying to trick people into respecting him because he wants to trick himself of the same. He just wants to feel a certain way and hopes he can have the world join thus further justify this feeling. Saying he's better than Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm Jesus Christ. I'm the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Charlie Zelenoff. My name is Charlie Zelenoff.
Even when he's done nothing tangibly to earn such status. The man has a huge hole in his chest and he's trying to stuff it full of lies, risking his health to do so. Just look at the faces of all these people who actually beat him. They have the face of disappointment. Even when they clearly won, they know they could have seriously hurt Charlie, but it hits them. They realize it just does not matter. They either put him in the hospital or worse, and even then, they still would not be able to convince the kid that they won. If you argue with a fool, you become a fool. Charlie is clearly mentally ill, in desperate need of medication, angry and lost, trying to run from the agony of who he really is. What's worse, it appears his father is enabling him, probably hoping to become rich at his own son's expense.
Eventually get killed, but it's okay.
A lack of medication and an authoritative figure to ground him back to his senses. I feel for this man, for when I look into his eyes, I see pure agony. Before we wrap this up, let's ask one more question. So, with self-belief being integral for many greats throughout history, when we rationally observe Charlie, why has it done virtually nothing for him? No amount of delusion will ever compensate for hard work. Belief is synonymous with hard work. Muhammad Ali. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. Muhammad Ali was a man who's been echoing I'm the greatest from the very beginning. He looked at himself, he saw who he was and what he could do, and in exchange for that dream, he put every fiber of his being towards that craft. He did not just talk. To make his dream believable, He exchanged an unbelievable level of effort. That is it. There is no way around hard work for anything. That is the price we pay to the universe for our dream. Charlie, on the other hand, is a man who is constantly looking for shortcuts, constantly trying to find a way to quickly gain status. It doesn't matter who he hurts or how he gets there. He just wants it now. Slowly, through the absurdity of his actions, he becomes more and more the reverse of what he wanted. And ironically, here's the definition of pandemic. A pandemic is an epidemic of infectious disease that has spread throughout human populations across a large region. For instance, multiple continents or even worldwide. Charlie with his Charlie with his pandemic punch is doing just that. Honestly, I wish Charlie the best. To tell yourself lies whilst the whole world shouts the other way, it must be miserable. Maybe pandemic punch? What were you thinking? I swear to God, guys, I'm not intentionally trying to laugh at a person I consciously know is mentally ill. It's just pandemic punch. Oh my God, sorry, that was very insensitive. Honestly, I wish the best to Charlie. To tell yourself lies whilst the whole world shouts the other way, it must be miserable. Maybe one day we'll see Charlie face his demons and recover from whatever he's suffering from, because one thing is for certain: the alternative is not pretty. To that end, Charlie Zelenoff, I wish you good health, and I wish you learn before it's too late. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to smash that like button if you did. It's good karma. And until next time, peace.